Crystal Maiden. I thought as much.
Better get ready.
My eye spikes deep.
I'm pretty sure this Starlord is gonna want to man up on me, and I have this to man up back. I just need maybe some damage mitigation or some slows.
I'll freeze you fast.
Yeah, with the second skill or first skill.
Here's ice in your eye.
I've seen AMs mid, dude. Don't worry about it. AM can work out sometimes. It's not unheard of. We gooch.
30 seconds to showtime.
On.
I guess it's position 1 Slardar.
Let's go. Into the breach. Here I come.
Let's go for the Void Spirit, maybe? Oh, that seems in trouble.
Die. It's all fun and games until someone's frozen solid.
Welcome to the city. No more bets, please.
I'll not argue. Forward.
See him, I shove that down for you there.
Swiftly. Yes.
Coming.
Faster. To battle. Down you go. I thought as much. To battle.
Nothing to your pile.
Indeed. I move. I'll not argue. Fangs of ice. Into the breach. Let's go.
This Wind Ranger is just poking me all day, man.
On.
We need to do something about this Wind Ranger, dude. Can you get your freeze or something?
Attack.
Can you poke? Can you also poke?
Forward. The ice wolves bite. Here I come. Agreed.
I'm void, I'm void.
First blood.
Yo, CM, I need you to poke. Just right click and poke. That's all I need you to do. Just right click, poke. This win, okay, if you've been doing it one time, Winter has been doing it 10 times.
Faster. Into the breach.
Tranquilly.
Attack. Ice, take you. I'll not argue. Yes. On. To battle. Forward. Here I come. Swiftly.
Illusion.
Agreed.
Your mid tower needs a little help.
Let's go. I'll freeze you fast. Swift as the wolves of Ice Wrath. Faster. I'm burning up.
Why you? Why not you? I see a lot of nothing in your future.
Hang on.
I thought as much. I move. Indeed. Let's go. Into the breach.
The Dyer's courier took a trip to the old
I
family
move.
farm.
My eyes first. Here I come.
So much for the Radiant's courier. Poor little fella.
Faster. Indeed. Forward.
Kijk gaan we lekker onderhoud me aanraken.
I'll not argue.
Regeneration!
Agreed. Nice. I thought as much. To battle. Here's ice in your eye. On. Yes. Swiftly. To battle.
Might want to check your bottom tower.
Indeed.
They're meaning to smash that bottom tower of yours.
Agreed. I move. Die. Not yet.
You come, you
Hit. Not yet. Burn. Ice never dies. Forward. Down you go. Into the breach. Let's go.
Oh, thanks a lot.
I thought as much. This one's all mine. Faster. Here I come.
Killing spree.
Swiftly. I'll not argue. Yes. Here I come. Indeed.
Killing spree.
Agreed.
Almost
This'll
feel
be
bad
good.
for your top tower.
Into the breach. I thought as much.
Your bottom tower ain't long in
Not
this
even-
world.
Hey, thanks. Faster. On. To battle. The ice wolves bite. I'll not argue.
Dominating.
Let's go.
Only what you are. That top tower of yours ain't doing so good. Dire structure's looking fortified.
Forward. Hide
Your
me.
top tower's
Hold
getting all
already.
banged up.
I move. Aren't you nice?
Killing spree. Hate to be your mid tower right about now.
Swiftly. Fangs of ice. To battle. I move. I thought as much.
Your bottom tower's in a tight spot.
On. Regeneration. Yes.
Okay, wait.
Mine. Faster.
Go bottom, eh.
Here I come.
Same, go
Into the
bottom.
breach. Let's go.
You might not.
Agreed. I'll not argue. Indeed. On. Yes. Brr. Here I come.
The other fella's bottom tower's gone for good.
I thought as much. Faster. Ice, take you.
A disappointment.
I move.
Your top tower's hurting.
Agreed. Drop it. Indeed. Into the breach. Here's ice in your eye. Let's go.
That should help to make plays, because like otherwise I get out of the lane stage. It's like, what are we doing? It's like, you do whatever the puck wants to do.
This'll come in handy.
Like it. I think that could be really cool.
To battle.
As their last pick, yeah. I guess the two kind of routes you can go down is you pick a carry to match up Spectre late game, or you try to play fast and win the early game.
They already have decent carry with Kunkka
Swiftly.
and Bob. These are heroes that I would consider semi carries.
Okay.
So they definitely scale very well already. I wouldn't say that they need a super
I thought as
hard
much.
carry. They might want to just try to outpace against the Spectre.
Is it a bad idea to consider an option that can hold their own in the side lane and consider a tri-lane against the Spectre at all? With this Bane Marana +1, maybe?
You could,
Down
but
you go.
playing into a Chen is sometimes kind of counterintuitive because he really does want you to try and
To
trade
battle.
against him.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you could take one like the Marani said and kind of go off on the side, have the Chen deal with
I'm not
something
on
else.
If you can't 100 to 0 the target that you're going on, it's a complete waste of your time versus Chen.
Okay.
They can throw back the base.
Into the breach.
Regeneration! Regen with my favorite headdress.
Yeah.
Anti-mage.
They've gone late game.
Yeah, they're doing it.
You pick Spectre, we're gonna one up you.
Well,
Time yet?
It's this paper looks like a fairly good AM game. It's definitely not zero control, like there's a puck call, there's a shaker, but
yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a little 4v4 while Spectre and AI farm it up.
I move.
Yeah, and then who, between the four, you know, it's like
Someone's different.
one team is more kind of look around, get setups, get picks, and the other one's like, as a team, we might be able to make something happen. So it's kind of hard to say. It feels like the cliche, whoever comes out of the laning phase better. You know,
I wonder if FNG is gonna have these sick sleep scythe dodges this game.
oh, those always, yeah. Most Banes are pretty on point with
Let's
those
go.
these days.
It's pretty good.
is it really easy?
When
or
it
are
was
you just
first
trying
started
to-
happening, like maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, I remember like that's one of those things you'd lose your mind about. And
Yeah,
now it's
like,
like if
well,
you
like-
don't do it.
The scythe is coming in, you know, it's got this huge
Back.
animation, you get the
Yeah.
sound, like Bane has, you know, I feel like there's a generous window.
Oh yeah,
for
I mean,
you
it's a
to-
matter of having it available.
Yeah,
You know,
you
maybe
gotta-
at the start of the fight you might have already committed to
You
sleep.
can't be silenced, you can't be stunned.
True.
that
I
kind of stuff,
move.
But if it's there, you're saying if it's there and available and you're within range, you should be able to get it. You should be able to have the bailout. Exciting stuff. It looks like an exciting draft. Why don't we go ahead and throw things over to our commentary
Into
team
the
right
breach.
now. We have none other than Charlie and Capitalist. What a duo to bring you the game.
I'll not argue.
What a duo indeed. I'm more interested in our mid duo, Charlie, because we are going to be seeing a Glop versus Puck matchup, I believe.
Go back.
Classic.
Mm.
One for the ages.
Yeah, this is going to be good. I am looking
Here I come.
forward to that. Of
Can't
course,
do
we also have the
nothing
two
about
art carries
dire
range
structures
9.
right
We're
now.
probably going to be seeing a lot of 4 versus 4. What do you think, Charlie? Do you have a horse in this race? Do you feel like one side is a little bit more favored? Because you see those odds there. And, people are definitely backing the lines.
Yeah, you know, a horse in the race. Well, my namesake is playing.
Okay.
So
okay.
I gotta back my boy. I gotta back my
You
boy.
Charlie's got to stick together, huh?
Yeah. There's not a lot of us in the world. We're an endangered species.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but let's get into the game, shall we? Game 1 of Alliance versus Ninjas of Pajamas, formerly known as Chicken Fighters, and they've been having a decent run themselves. They did pretty well at ESL 1 LA, right
Their
alongside
mid-tower's
fighting
coming apart.
GG. A lot of upsets there. And since then, I feel like they've actually just gained more ground than, say, Viking GG, who had a bit of a rough Dota play.
Sure. And on the other side, we have Alliance, who
Yes.
undergone some shakeups lately.
Yeah. How did you feel about that? Like, formerly being in a position
That
of, like,
was
being
weird.
a manager
I'm
of a
not
team,
gonna
like,
lie.
It was a weird one, right?
That was weird. Yeah,
Thing.
I thought that team was going to stick it out for the season. But I do know that they had been eyeing S4 for a while. As we got some action going on.
Limp forced to get Blink level 1 in order to get out of that situation. So that is unfortunate. At the same time, I'm not sure how valuable the Shadow Strike is going to be in its mid matchup against the Puck. But yeah, so they've been looking at S4 for a while.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so you know, S4 it's been a cherished Alliance brother for quite a while, right?
Sure.
Took some time off. He needed some time after TI 9.
Swiftly.
Now he's back. But it was weird to see
Indeed.
Fada and 33 go. Like I thought they were like really solid players.
Yeah, it's weird to
Let's
see
go.
any team that is having good runs, like they are definitely succeeding as a team.
Yeah.
Change, right? That's just because, like, of course, if you're tier 2, whatever, like, change comes in a moment's notice, right? It's like it happens constantly because the field is always moving around. Everyone's trying to work for a TI win. So if you're not close to being tier 1, then you shake up. But if you're already tier 1, if you've already proven yourself, and it feels like you're only getting better, it's just weird to see.
Yeah, and I from a management perspective, you usually go with the player, right? They say they want to make a change. I guess you got to make a change.
Sure.
So like
Here I
it's
come.
just surprising to see. I thought those guys were tight. I visited them a few times in their practice room
Into the
at
breach.
DreamHack, and they're all just playing games with each other.
Nico Baby had to TP real quickly right after that stun. Immediately TPs back to the safety of his tower. He won't be gone from the lane for long. But I really like this from Ninjas in Pajamas. The choice of them going aggressive tri-lane, which I feel like Spectre is a bit better in the tri-lane compared to AM, who feels a lot better when he's against like solo offlaners or even sometimes dual lane where your mana burn becomes really effective. If you can't project that strength of like, you have to run away from me because I'm burning your mana, if you can't project that strength, then AM kind of falls over.
I'll not
Yeah.
argue.
Yeah.
And then they have to deal with this Chen hero. He's got the headdress into a Spectre. I like this laning decision a lot from NIP right now.
What do you think about this mid matchup, though, Charlie? I mean, this is your age of Dota, right here. You're even still playing Dota when this is a mid matchup. Saberlight, hold up. He's going to be in some trouble here. He had a bit of a 1v1 going on against S4, but he's going to be pulled back into this combination of X marks the attack into the Mirana Hera. And Hera says, okay, there's enough of that. No more tri-laning. I got to go help out my boy Saberlight. Necropolis is not a hero you can set.
Yeah, so I guess back to the mid matchup. Puck does take really one of the strengths from Queen of Pain. You can't really dagger the puck unless you really mess up somehow. And yeah, I guess fortunately for Limp, he didn't really have this.
This is how the matchup used to go, right? It's like, okay, leveling Shadow Strike just isn't worth it against the puck, so I'm just gonna max out my speed.
Yeah, I think nowadays it feels bot favored. Like I am by no means, you know, a top tier mid laner, but it just feels quad favored. You have Blink to get the runes quickly. What are you oohing about?
Oh no! Both of them barely lived, but S4 is surely going to go down here. They're taunting him with the courier. Almost got the swing on it, but he does go down to Saberlight. That was almost a double kill, but fortunately, Hunskin's Mirana was able to leap over the Fisher and away from any incoming damage. See FNG doing a little bit of pulling. Seems like we're getting action everywhere but the mid lane, which is what we were excited to talk about.
I move.
I feel like I haven't seen this matchup in so long, but
I mean, it looks like Limp's pulling ahead.
To battle.
yeah. So maybe you're exactly on point. Maybe it being a little bit more bot favorite nowadays. And certainly once you start getting a bit of a lead in this matchup, you're just going to be able to push it more and more and more as you choose to aggressively blink in and trade hits with the opposing mid laner who's maybe a little bit lower on HP. That then turns into better rune control, which is really important in this matchup. But what's more important is whether or not we're going to see a kill at bottom lane, because they keep on going at it, and they both keep getting rather low. But no kill just yet.
Into the breach.
It's like Limp. He was able to pick up the Invis rune. He pushed the wave into Supreme, so Supreme didn't really have a good choice here.
Oh, that's rough. Flips the wave, pressures another tower. He's got a huge wave. Can't really contest.
Oh, he's taking tower shots. If he forces out the phase shift and hits him with the scream, then he would bring him really low. But Limp, now he was in such an advantageous position, but cops a lot of damage.
Yes.
Attempting to go for a bit of a tower dive and all that pressure. Still is leading in that.
Top lane is pretty even. You know, despite the laning advantage that we had mentioned earlier, it's still going pretty well for Alliance.
And this is just
They
good
don't
old
have
classic
damage, so-
Alliance, right? They have been, even with the shakeup, they still depend on Nico being as like this big hard carry. Oh, missed arrow, but the torrent will land.
Ooh, is it
Era
denied?
denied? No, he tries, but to no avail. Those Weasley little easy camp creeps do far too little damage.
So
Jesus. Supreme is suffering. 1,500 net worth compared to 2,200 of
They're not gonna do it, they don't have damage.
very prolific mid laner Limp.
You followed Limp for quite some time, right? It seems you've had to be with teams that played against him. He was in NA for such a long time.
Yeah, always considered a very skilled mid laner. Maybe had some issues, you know, after the laning stage, but definitely considered one of the most skilled mid laners during the laning phase.
Yeah, when it comes to the laning phase, like, Limp is one of your go-tos. 6-minute runes. Limp is on the other side, and Era is babysitting it. Supreme makes the call. Not going to be there in time, so you tell Era to just pick it up
Right.
and roll from there.
So I'm screaming at my team, help me get the runes!
It really is. Rune matchup, so important, especially in this one. It's Limp. He's going to go up to the top lane. The Sonic Wave goes out, and is almost enough damage. Can they get to the 9? Can they actually keep him alive? Charlie, he's going to out-regen the Shadow Strike because it's only level 1 anyway, and they're going to turn around and get a kill. Supreme makes the counter rotation and picks off FNG.
Live, my boy.
He does indeed live. And Deacon out, TP back, and be pulled back in by the Chen. That is the big Chen advantage he gives you. Here comes the laning phase. S4 in some trouble here. Level 6 on Saberlight. If they just give him a little bit lower, he can throw out that Reaper's Sight. That's not going to be quite enough damage, but maybe the last hit afterwards will get the kill. They trade support for a core. It does cost them their ultimate. Saberlight is going to pop his Ghost Shroud, just make use of all those stacks he gets from getting a hero kill and try and regen up as much as possible.
This game still looks really even. I think come late game though, I really like this draft a bit more. They have what the Chinese call a really good damage environment for the Spectre. Means it's like there's like so much lockdown and control, and it's just easy for the Spectre to do damage.
Sure, I could see it. Like combination between Coil and Earthshaker initiations. Like he's got this ease at which he can just kind of pop ultimate and show up to a fight and finish off kills. Bow combo onto Saberlight. Nice play by Era, getting right in front of Hanskin. His former final tribe brother blocks the arrow, but it's not enough to save Saberlight. That's another storyline against this matchup, Alliance versus Ninja Pajamas. Both Era and Hanskin, former members of the final tribe, that tier 2 Swedish roster that had a very small amount of success, but given the
Forward.
longevity they had as a team, like they were together for a very long time.
And they were always on the cusp.
Yes.
It always felt like they were maybe that fourth team in Europe to get the slot. Now they're like a million teams in Europe. So,
And yet, despite that, it feels like both of these teams have had better success, maybe in this very short period of time, had them compared to the final round. Right? In just the limited scope of this alliance and this Ninjas Pajamas, I feel like they've already had some pretty good tournament results.
yes, but I would still say that's premature. It's
Okay.
it's still early. It's still early. We're all in lockdown, quarantine.
We're also in online tournament mode,
You know,
where getting fourth at a European tournament could mean you're eliminated from the major.
Listen. My saying here in this space is, you want to talk about success? See me at land. See me at land, bro.
Well, we won't be seeing that for quite some time, but online Dota to make up for it. Limp is still top net worth. Looks like FNG is going to go down as Supreme trying to help out Charlie as they take over this top lane and look to be able to maybe put some pressure on this tower and open up that dire jungle area. And of
Yes.
That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Get that anti-mage out.
both combination with an arrow, that Ghost Shroud does more harm than good in that situation. If you don't actually get a chance to use the region, you just get popped by all that magic damage. It doesn't go good.
Trying to make space for his spell.
Well, that's a cute mango tree position. Relatively safe, out of sight. Gets some okay vision, especially on Radiant side as soon as you lose that safe lane tower. Coil. Oh, he bumps him back into the arrow. Hanskin coming in with the save. A phase shift dodge. A silence goes out. And Supreme, can he stay alive here? Those last couple of shots. Now he's got to press X marks the spot. Another phase shift going out, but S4 is able to seal the deal. Both mids end up going down. Saberlight joining the party here, but he's been slept up. They take off that sleep, goes for the Reaper Scythe onto Hanskin. That will surely get the kill with the added death timer onto Hanskin.
Yeah, I think if I'm an Aikido, I'm kind of happy with that. Like,
Yeah, I mean, Puck was already having a bad game, right?
Yeah. Even without the Marana kill, like I'm down to trade my Puck for Queen of Pain. Like
Yeah.
I think Puck doesn't always necessarily have to be ahead to have impact on the game. It feels like Quack does.
Particularly when he's got like two harder carry cores behind him, both the Necrophos and the Spectre. If you just become a Coil bot, that's kind of okay because your other cores will.
Coil's
bring in the
always a
damage.
useful spell, and like you can get Agnems even so that like even late game it does things.
Right.
Agreed.
Saberlight looking to hold on to this tower because that is the current advantage that Ninjas the Pajamas have. If they don't lose the safe lane tower, they'll be in a great position. That's why Saberlight is holding on to it so dearly and giving up potentially his life to be able to do so. The rotation comes from Supreme, but nobody else is joining in this, and they're not even able to get the kill on a Hanskin. Now it looks like maybe they've overstepped. Fortunately, Phase Shift doesn't pull him back for the X marks the spot, but the Fisher goes out. Oh, it's FNG who's now in trouble. One more Silence Blink, but he dies before he could jump away. S4 with a big swing there was able to finish off the like 200 health that Puck had.
That is a really rough one. I think that's committing to a tower that is for sure gonna fall.
Here I come.
Alliance brought 4 heroes there. I don't think they were holding it. None of them were really in like a great position to do so either.
If that was like some other team, say that was secret, they would have either had more heroes to defend that tower to make it a safe team
Or
fight,
given it up
or they would have
entirely.
just given it up and said, great, we already have Chen pushing out the top lane, let's take over the dire jungle. Instead, it felt like a mix where Saberlight's like, oh guys, we can defend this, but only one person can make the rotation.
Yeah. And Earthshaker at that time, you know, no dagger, nothing. All he can do is really offer a fissure. Chen gets caught out by the Son of Magnus.
Let's go.
Yeah, S4.
They might smoke.
He's been on a nice little tear here. Top net worth, 5,700. I'm glad to see S4 back in like really top form.
Yeah, me too. I think he deserves it. Deserves a good team, for sure.
Here I come.
Incredibly nice guy, and it's nice to see him back.
I remember, I think there was some interview or something. I remember there was something that said it was like it felt like he didn't have as much of a voice on EG.
Oh yeah.
There was that implication. So.
I think the EG team at TI8, TI9, TI9 especially was just a lot of voices trying to balance out our core now. You have Fly in the mix, and then Tall is Gustav is a captain as well. So it's just, and Andreas also has his own opinions. So it's and then on top of all of that, you got Bulba in the mix.
yeah.
Yes.
So, S4.
No silence.
Now potentially in a lineup that he has a little bit say in what goes on. Still plenty of voices though in this lineup with Nico Baby. Part of the reason that he is such a strong carry is that he will do his own thing for a while, but when it comes time for him to take over, he apparently does have a strong voice in the game. As all carries should, right? When you reach your timing,
yes,
you got to make calls.
You got to make calls. You're the one who feels the game the best. They are managing to take this mid tower without a rebuttal here from Ninjas the Pajamas. No solid defense, or at least the defense comes a little too late.
Yeah.
Charlie, he's off on his own here, and that is a nightmare into a Fiend's Grip that they will not go for. Thinking that maybe there were heroes behind. Of course, we know there was really only the Chen that was somewhat close.
That might have been enough. It's really only the Queen of Pain. No Kunkka, nothing else. No Marana.
I guess there is a lot of danger. Like, what if the Chen's bringing in the Necrophos? The Klop is such a mobile hero. He can show up at any time.
Indeed.
We don't manage to bring down that Spectre quickly. It's going to be hell to pay.
Yeah, and Spectre had a pretty big stick charge. 19 charges on that one. Not like the easiest hero. Maxed out Dispersion as well.
Yeah. Now they're going to go for it. Round 2. They must have gotten the read of a few more heroes on map. Still, though, Charlie, rather tanky. He's going to pop his ultimate to look to survive. He jumps on S4. S4 does get the X marks the spot, but there's a lot of heroes around him, including Saberlight, who's going to try and use all his regen to keep Charlie alive, and he does so successfully. Now the turnaround Reaper's Scythe, but a Blade Mail turtles all that damage back onto Saberlight and kills him. They don't even finish off Limp. He barely stays alive until a Fissure comes in. The boat buff was wearing away, so he was down to 1 health, and anything would have finished him off, and that was Aaron's Fissure that does the job. Still, though, a beautiful little fight there for Alliance, all off of that Blade Man.
What timing by Limp. Saberlight's kind of having a rough game right now.
And funny part is like 90% sure this is how it works, but if they just done enough damage, the Reaper Scythe kills him. I don't think you take any damage back.
Not yet.
Really?
I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure Reaper Scythe just maybe.
It just like hits the check mark. All right, you're dead. No damage. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of janky.
Yeah, that sounds kind of crazy now that I'm saying it out loud.
It just doesn't do any damage. He clicks on the team fight recap. I took 0 damage from Reaper Scythe? Excuse me?
9-11, 1,000 network lead for Alliance. And, taking that mid tower now, they don't really need to do a lot of anything. Their lineup still scales okay. I was going to say, I'm afraid of a Necrophos and Spectre out farming them, but they still have a very strong mid-game lineup. Team that can get bigger and bigger. S4 trying to angle that so he can get that final hit on the puck, but it's already enough here from the Necrophos. Gotta be careful of feeding away these Chen creeps too. Right-hand side, Era and Supreme. Looks like they saw a little something, picked up an FNG, but that was it.
Into the breach.
Yeah, that's something though. Little engagement. And, Charlie's still farming pretty well. Obviously, S4 not on top of the network.
Each moment of your life led without
Up there, we've got a
I'm not on.
He's gonna start accelerating. Almost at Yasha Battle Fury. We got an engagement mid.
Coil into the stones being thrown out. The Centaur stun is there as well. S4 super tanky, but the Reaper Scythe makes him so much less so. That's dominating streak being given away to Saberlight, who wakes up Supreme and cops the arrow for him. He is so tanky right now. This is full ball up mode for Ninjas of Pajamas between Chen, Necrophos. Once you have Mech plus a Chen, like at this point in time where he's got his maxed out creeps and stuff, like you are such a potent team fight ball. It's so hard to kill anybody when you've got this amount of regen. And anybody who shows up can easily get picked off, as Supreme is showing to great effect, finding Hanskin in the back lines off of a simple Blink Silence.
Yeah, it's going to be so hard for Alliance to clear out that ball of creeps. Their wave clear is kind of mad.
Yeah. You've got, pretty much it's very reliant on like S4 combo or, you know, like a lot of damage coming to Queen of Pain, but the trade-off being you're very likely to get caught by this puck if you ever try and do something like that, so. Is that a Blink Dagger coming in for Era, I believe, coming in on his courier? It sure is, so extra initiations now for Ninjas of Pajamas. This is going to be a very hard part of the game for Alliance.
Yeah, and
Radiant
hitting the
little
timing
roll
now.
down quick and clean.
Nico Baby doesn't have Manta just yet. Alliance is going for that Roshan.
It's funny how the timing is going to go back and forth, right? Because I think, classically anyway, they're actually going to contest this Roshan and S4. A beautiful torrent, a Sonic Wave over the top. Saberlight gets healed up to full, but back down to half HP he goes, then back up to full again. This is the power of all that regeneration we were talking about. A three-man coil with Era setting up the Echo Slam, finally lets it loose to try and chain stun onto the Queen of Pain, who's still stuck in that coil, gets netted for good measure. Now another enchant totem hits onto S4, but S4, he's doing plenty of damage right back at the Fiend's Grip. Onto the Earthshaker means that FNG is able to secure another kill for them. Charlie, nicely done. Does get woken up from that sleep dodge to the arrow and is able to get the kill onto FNG, but they are still getting picked apart as Nico Baby is able to turn down to Charlie, burning through all these illusions so quickly. Charlie, not having a whole lot of health left, is going to try and run away, juke through the trees, juke with his dagger, but I don't think there's a whole lot of luck here. Look at him waiting on the high ground to try and go back down, but these melee heroes do catch up to him. 4 down, Supreme, the only survivor of the ill-fated Roshan.
That was a pretty big mana for Baby.
Yep.
This is all those heroes clumped up and mana voids and then just
It looked so terrible initially when they threw their full combo, and then like Necrophos. No, it's all gone now. Yeah.
Chen presses R.
Yeah. But the sustain, it's certainly there for S4 and his Kunkka. I think there's a lot of things to say that's bad for Kunkka versus Puck, but the one thing is that boat buff can do wonders against any of these heroes that are so burst oriented. And it just took simply too long to be able to bring down many of these heroes. I mean, even Limp survived so long thanks to the boat buff as well as that blade mail effect.
S4 is so tanky right now.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that mana void.
It's, I believe, all 5 heroes, potentially 4 there with the mana void. Pretty much kills Saberlight straight up. You needed a little bit of extra damage after that. And then once your sustain hero is gone, and you've kind of already blown most of your load, like there's nothing that's really left for Supreme. S4 is still plenty tanky.
This man is beefy. 2 bracers, drums, and a pipe.
Let's go. I'll not argue.
So apparently, I wasn't crazy, Charles. It may be a bug, but it's a real thing. Ultrasign does not do damage back, does not get dealt damage from Blade Mail if you actually kill the hero.
Agreed.
That is strange. Okay.
Man, I really doubted myself saying it out loud. It sounded so stupid. I was like, am I just an idiot? Why am I saying these things? Thank you, production. You are wonderful for checking up on that. Checking. It's 14 to 15. Let's just move on. 22 is the time. And Ninjas of Pajamas They know they really got to keep forcing things. Otherwise, this Animage is going to get into that window where he is unstoppable. This smoke is going to find FNG, but that so far is all. Everybody else is blocked out by this Fissure from Era. They can't really follow Supreme as he is trying to chase down the Civic heroes. They needed to go for it. Nice use of that Spectre with the net. They're going to be able to catch S4, but we talked about how tanky S4 is, and he's surviving through this initial bit. They go for the Echo Slam onto Limp. Instead, they target him, and they're saying, ignore S4. He's only tank. He doesn't do output that much damage. Let's just deal with the Queen of Pain. And the Echo Slam. 3 dead. Can Danger the Pajamas go back to taking that Roshan?
Looks like they're gonna go for it. Queen of Pain is dead. No flyback. No boats. This is their time.
I move.
The other fella's mid-range.
Nico Baby's definitely not going to fight
Sure
this.
look good.
Yeah, this is like, you get one more item on the Animage mixed with some of his talents, and he becomes like this really well-timed carry that can abuse some Spectre, right? Where the Spectre, like, you get to that 35, 40 minutes, it's just super scary late game. But there is still a window where the AM is much stronger and just can sometimes just straight up end the game right away.
I will say though that the NIP does have the tools to deal with this AI.
No
You know,
breaking down
Coil,
radiant structures
Earthshaker,
like this.
Reaper Slide.
Yeah. With no status
Not like
resistance from
this,
this
though.
AM. Oh, Saberlight! He pops a Ghost Trap before a stun could come out, so all that initiation is kind of delayed here. The Fissure is going to delay it even further. Essence Ring, he'll him back up the full, but there goes that Mana Void and just takes him out. Now, with one man down, Lions look to be able to pick up some of the support to Sineko. But at the same time, Charlie is trying to chase down FNG. Limp is going to be able to slow him down. Sineko still being a target here, but the coil is keeping him in place. FNG finally does fall from Charlie as he turns back in. Two-man Fissure nicely set up with Hanskin being so low. He's actually going to fall. Nico Baby at the same time was able to finish off that Chen finally, but can he deal with the rest of the heroes? Is he actually stronger than them? He goes for the Chen creeps instead, wipes them out thanks to the Battle Fury, pops his Manta in order to get rid of that silence from the puck. Fissure goes out, but a blink first from Limp. That two-man torrent leads into a kill on an Era as Nico Baby comes back into the fight while they're distracted by S4, but he's realizing these two heroes are too hard for him to bring down. He has to leave, and it looks like Ime just leaving Limp behind in the dust. He throws out a Sonic Wave, brings them both low. If Nico Baby came back, then maybe he can actually get some kills here, but Limp instead is fated to fall, adding a 21-17 lead. That was a messy team fight, but it felt like Ninja the Pajamas came out on top.
I gotta say, props to FNG. Actually, took so long to die in that fight. Nico Baby spent the better part of that fight just running after this Chen that had already blown ult, already used all this stuff. Nico Baby's just like, I'm gonna kill this guy. I gotta kill this guy. I'm pot committed.
Dude, it was funny. It was like both vibes were doing the same things to the opposing carries, right? You had like this Chen kiting around the AM and the FNG's Bane kiting out the Charlie Spectre. They are going to manage the Arrow Sleep combination into instant death. So with no Supreme to worry about and Charlie rapidly losing some of his mana, maybe Alliance can make this team fight work for them. They're going to try and kite around the heroes. They can't take a straight up fight, but Nico Baby can certainly assault the back line. He goes for Sineko, burns him out most of his mana. They get the stun. Arrow onto Saberlight. Saberlight's going to get bursted. Hanskin able to finish him up, but at the same time, Nico Baby dies thanks to the initiation from Era. Now with the net from Charlie catching S4. Looks like they want to be able to run down one more hero with no more anti-mage. They feel like they can just keep going, and they're probably not wrong. Charlie, with the Nico Baby gone, he's probably the strongest hero on the map. FNG just apparently just ran into the triangle, found a courier. That's like a 5-position hero kill, you know?
No?
It's a lot of gold, man. Don't discount courier kills. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like they're so common now because everyone's so bad at just keeping track of them. There's like 5 of them.
Yeah.
They're just running around. Everybody uses them so willy-nilly.
Yeah. When you've gotten years and years and years of playing with just like one courier that's a little bit better protected and stuff, it's easy just to lose track of your one individual courier. FNG trying to maybe pull some of these heroes off the tower, but it looks like he's going to die for it. Does slow down this push. They still need another 15 seconds until Nico Baby's back up, though. And Ninjas of Pajamas, They gotta back away here. They actually intercept the two heroes that are routing them. They were trying to come in from behind and sandwich Ninjas the Pajamas, but do they have the damage to follow up this coil? The Reaper Scythe coming in, almost finishing off Flip, and they do manage to get him thanks to the Blade Mail turnaround. Saberlight says, how do you like them nuts? Take a Blade Mail right back at you.
Revenge.
S4 now going to be chased down as well. Nico Baby is finally here, but with an Aegis, Charlie's just going to be leading the way. He's saying, team, don't follow me too deep here. Nico Baby wants to kill you guys. Just let me be the target. Slept up Necrophos. Nico Baby toying with trying to go on him, but not feeling great about it. So he links back into his base, but Ninjas in the Pajamas, they just keep on pressing it. Got the numbers advantage, 60 seconds on the clock for FNG, and every disable matters. They're trying to hide around the Spectre. Banging on melee.
Still got their Aegis. I don't think there's anything Lions can do really until that Aegis is gone. And even when it's up, it's still a really hard fight.
Yeah, pretty much their only hope to win these fights, right, is to hide around the Spectre and let Nico Baby catch the back. Right? They need their disables to catch these like mobile heroes like the Puck, or to all in on the Necrophos and just kite the Spectre nonstop.
Or somehow kill off the Earthshaker. Or like find the Earthshaker, because he's been doing so much of disrupt these fights. He's getting like key fissures, echo slam on the Quab. Once the Quab is gone, that's like
a
huge chunk of your damage.
Well, Nico Baby can kite and he does some decent damage. You know, like once he uses his mana void, a lot of his threat is gone. Whereas the Queen of Pain is persistent with a lot of those. Looks like they caught Hanskin here in the mid lane. I'm not sure if he was trying to cut creepways or what, but it does go down. 40 seconds, still having an Aegis. Seems like Ninjas the Pajamas, they may just roll over Alliance. They're still tier 2s up though, so they kind of have to back up, reclaim map control, get the lane, you know, do a little lane maintenance here.
Yeah, I think this is
Nothing like a little cooldown.
a little skirmish here, but it doesn't look like the tripping. And that Spectre is a beefy boy, scary boy. Aegis has been reclaimed though.